Welcome to China Business Observer. Let's talk about something that many people in Hong Kong are concerned about this year. That is talent importation. Since the end of last year, Hong Kong has adopted an obvious stance of actively attracting talent. Some even say that this is the most intense talent war in Hong Kong in recent years. How intense is it? Let's consider a few things to get a sense of it. First, there has been an increase in channels. In addition to the existing Quality Migrant Admission Scheme and Admission Scheme for Mainland Talents and Professionals, Hong Kong introduced the Talent List Scheme, also known as the High-End Talent Admission Scheme, at the end of last year. The channels are not only increasing in number but also becoming more diverse. For instance, the Quality Migrant Admission Scheme has always had the lowest approval rate, with an overall approval rate of only about 21% and limited quotas. However, in October last year, Hong Kong announced the removal of quota restrictions for the next 2 years. Moreover, the professional requirements in the talent list increased from the original 13 items to 51 items. Second, there has been an improvement in efficiency. The government provides comprehensive strategies and assistance. For example, the Quality Migrant Admission Scheme even eliminated the interview process. Many procedures have been moved from offline to online. Additionally, some previously required documents have been waived. In summary, working in Hong Kong seems to offer more opportunities and become easier. How did this change happen? To understand this talent war in Hong Kong, we need to know a few things. First, why the talent war? The reason is simple. There is a severe shortage of talent. It is said that a couple of months ago, the Hong Kong Commercial Daily published an article titled, "Hong Kong is urgently short of people." How urgent is it? Over the past 5 years, the working-age population in Hong Kong has decreased by 219,000. Just in 2022, the number of admissions to kindergartens in Hong Kong has decreased by 1/4. Moreover, there have been over 70,000 job vacancies in companies in the first half of this year. The industries that face the most severe talent shortage include technology, healthcare, education, construction, health services, and banking and insurance. To what extent is the shortage? For example, in the past, doctors were required to be proficient in Cantonese, but now this requirement has been relaxed. Second, how effective is the talent recruitment? Simply put, there is a sufficient number, but the ultimate outcome is still uncertain. In terms of the total number, the talent importation programs received over 100,000 applications in the first half of this year, of which 60,000 have been approved. This means that Hong Kong has attracted at least 60,000 talents. Moreover, all these 60,000 talents are relatively high-end. Taking the talent list scheme as an example, it is divided into 3 categories, A, B, and C. The approval rate for category B is nearly 80%. The corresponding requirements are obtaining a bachelor's degree from a top global university and having at least 3 years of work experience. As you can see, those who meet this standard are likely high-end talents. However, despite the increase in the overall number of talent imports, it is still uncertain whether it can fully add Hong Kong's talent shortage in the long run. For example, the talent list scheme simply opens the door for job seekers, but whether they can find employment after entering depends on their own abilities. Additionally, many people apply for the talent list scheme not because they want to work in Hong Kong themselves, but to plan for their children's education in international schools and future studies. What do the talents who have been recruited do? Currently, the most concentrated industry for talents in Hong Kong is still the financial services sector. This is one of the most important economic pillars in Hong Kong. Although it only accounts for 7% of the total employment in Hong Kong, it contributes over 20% to the GDP. According to the latest statistics from some institutions, Hong Kong ranks 3rd globally and 1st in Asia in the 2023 Global Financial Centers Index, after New York and London. However, the global downsizing in the financial industry last year also affected Hong Kong. It is said that the vacancy rate of office buildings in the core areas of Hong Kong reached a peak of over 25%. Therefore, many people say that in the future, Hong Kong will not solely rely on the financial industry. For example, in October last year, Hong Kong released the policy statement on the development of virtual assets in Hong Kong. As of today, it is said that there are already over 80 virtual asset-related companies expressing their intention to enter Hong Kong. At the same time, Hong Kong has also started to focus on AI semiconductors and Web 3.0's key directions for the future. You see, many times upgrading and transformation require a certain amount of pressure. It's worth knowing that as early as 20 years ago, Hong Kong had the idea of creating a Silicon Harbor like Silicon Valley in the United States. However, it didn't materialize due to land scarcity and the tech stock bubble at that time. The most important reason was that Hong Kong's financial industry was thriving and there was no urgent need for transformation. However, today, it seems that Hong Kong is determined to catch up in this area. The confidence in transformation also comes from the financial industry. In other words, it has the financial resource. In other words, the same powerful financial industry can be seen as an excuse for not wanting to transform, but it can also be seen as a source of confidence for firm transformation.